I was about, I don't know, 21, just found out I was gonna have a kid, you know, Jace, my son, and was working a dead-end job at Walmart, third shift, you know, and just kind of down and out on life. Didn't have a place of my own yet. I was still living with my parents and my ex-girlfriend's parents, you know, the mother of my child, and just really didn't have nothing in life to look forward to. Wasn't really even thinking about God or anything like that. Somebody offered it to me, you know. It was a drug called heroin, and I knew what it would do. I've seen what happens to people when they do it, but I was just like, that can't happen to me, you know. I'm stronger than that. So I went ahead and tried it, and then that's the day. It was March 24th, 2013, actually, was the exact day, the first time I ever tried it. And it was probably the day I gave up on life, because after that, my life just went downhill. You know, I didn't have anything. I just stayed with the drug, thought it wasn't really affecting me or anybody that I know or anything like that. And then it finally did. It just it really hit home, like I said, I guess, when I just started hanging out with wrong people, kept going, wasn't thinking about anybody but myself, wasn't even thinking of my son, to be honest, and just headed down the wrong path. And my family said, dude, you know, you need to quit this. In April of last year, right around Easter time, no other normal day, I guess, you know, and it was a small amount. I thought, well, this ain't gonna do nothing, you know, whatever, I'll do it. And the guy told me, he said, you know, be careful with this stuff, it's really bad news. And I said, man, I've heard that 1,000 times, you know, it's not like I'm putting it in my arm or something like that. And so I snorted it just like anything else, and like 3 minutes into it, man, I was out. Boom, hit the ground, don't remember none of it. And what really scared me, like I said, was I woke up and I'm just looking around the room like, what's going on, you know? And there's this paramedic standing over top of me like, hey, what's your name, this? And I said, what's going on here, you know, what's going on? And he's like, you just overdosed on a narcotic. And I was like, what? There's no way. And he said, well, look at your girlfriend over there. And I turned to my right, and they're still working on her, you know? And at that moment I was like, wow, I hope she's gonna make it. Because at first, you know, I mean, I was scared, of course, but I knew right then and there my life would be over completely. She was like, oh, you know, I seen this light, and I seen, you know, I never really believed in God, but after seeing that light and after seeing the things that I seen, you know, it was an amazing thing, you know. And what scared me the most was, like I said, she never even believed in him, and she's seen that, but I did. I believed in God. I've seen him do miraculous things in my own life, in my family's life, and other people's, the world even. And I didn't see nothing, man. I seen, like I said, the darkest dark you could ever imagine. Just one day, you know, I went and got some stuff, and I was sitting there hanging out. And usually, you know, when you do it, you get euphoria of like a good feeling. That's what people do a drug for most of the time, is the feeling, you know, to get away from something, to find something that you don't have, basically. And it was just this one night, it was different. It was, you know, late at night, like 10, 11 o'clock. Just something was kind of telling me, like, you know, what are you doing? You know, you're in this basement. At this time I was living in a basement on like a mattress, you know, and like I had my car, that was literally the only possession I had, and the clothes on my back. And just this voice kind of came over me, man, and it's kind of hard to explain. It was just, I mean, now I know who it was, but at the time, you know, it was just kind of really confusing to me. And it just kind of, you know, it just told me, you know, what are you doing with your life? You know, where are you at right now? Look what you're doing. You don't have nothing. You're just living life day by day, and you're gonna die. That's basically what it said. You're gonna die. At that time, I looked down and I seen my mom text. So I picked up the phone and I told her, I said, you know, Mom, it's not all right. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just in a bad place. I need help. And I just told her that. I just straight said, I need help. I really need help. You know, and she had a friend that has helped a lot of addicts and stuff, and she just actually happened to show me this pamphlet. I still have it. I still keep it to this day. It's for the Cincinnati Restoration Church, the place that I went to. Felt like God kind of pointed my eyes, like, this is where you need to go. And right before she even described any of the other ones, you know, it was just, this is the place I'm going to go right here. This is it. No questions asked. And so I got up, you know, they're like, okay, well, we're going to take you tonight. And I said, okay, I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally fine. First thing they did, I walked inside, is they asked me, you know, to recite the sinner's prayer, and asked me if I wanted to accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And that was the day my life changed. I said, I do. I mean, because right now I don't have nothing. I'm lost. I'm a lost soul. My stepdad says, you know, you're searching for, when you decide to do something like that, you're searching for something. Well, and I always would tell him, oh, well, I don't know what I was searching for. I don't know. And I do know now, you know, I was searching for just something out there to come inside myself, basically. You know, I was looking for God, and in all the wrong places, you know, and thinking, well, who cares, I'll get high, whatever, it ain't gonna affect nobody but me, and it didn't affect a lot of people. When I tell people now, like, oh, you're sober, you've been clean for 91 days today? Oh, wow, how'd you do that? What Suboxone you taking? What methadone you taking? I said, man, I use Jesus to get, I use Jesus to get clean. I read the word, I prayed on it. I didn't have, the whole time I was there, usually you go through withdrawals about the first 2 or 3 weeks when you're not doing it. I didn't have one withdrawal. I just love what God did for me, and I know that he can do for a lot of people out there if they really let him. If you open your heart and you let God in, he can change your life, I've got a verse that I've memorized, Mark 10:27, it's with God all things are possible. I believe that. I really do believe that he can save people's lives, and he does every day. When I get baptized, it's the meaning for me is that I'm accepting Jesus. I already did once, but this is kind of to give him the rest of my everlasting in my life, just give it all to him.